Hello.
Hi, and welcome to the W7W Podcast.
This is a podcast about our area yarn shop, W7W Wool, and all the shenanigans that we've been getting up to the past few weeks.
Our area is Fort Worth, Texas.
Yes.
So how are you doing?
Going okay. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Honey,
you.
for your tea.
Please.
We usually drink some tea when we do these podcasts. So we're making it now. So we usually start with the events.
Yes. So
Do we have any shop events going on?
let's see. For the month of August, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. September's got some stuff
What's going on
down
in September?
That's going to be the yarn crawl.
North Texas Yarn Crawl.
That's right. That's something that we've been doing for years now. You know, we have
All four.
all four.
All 4 years.
Well, it feels like it's been longer.
Does it? Some days it does. Some days it feels like we've been doing this forever.
Yep.
But it's only been 4 years.
Yeah. So,
So this year's Yarn Crawl is going to be a little bit different, as you would expect.
yeah.
With the COVID going on,
Yeah,
it's
we're
going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, we're still trying to roll with it as the situation
Totally.
develops over time. So we have a current plan that we've been working on that we're pretty excited about.
Yeah, so as you might know, our shop is currently open for appointment shopping. So you go online or you call and you make an appointment to come in and shop with us. It's 30 minutes. You're the only one here besides the employees. And that's just because we have a small enclosed space and we want to make sure that everybody stays safe. We don't have a lot of fresh air circulation in here, so to keep it as safe as possible, that's what we're doing.
Right, for both us as well as, of course, the customers.
Right. So having a trunk show that way isn't the greatest. So we're going to be doing our trunk shows virtually on Zoom.
Right.
So we've got a list of really great trunk shows happening, and they will be recorded live, so you can join live. You can watch the replay, and they'll be on Zoom. The dyer will be showing you their wares and talking about how awesome they are. We'll put a link. We'll put a code up. We'll put a link to their website. We'll put a code for you to write on your passport instead of coming in and having it stamped, which you can also do if you want to come and make an appointment. You can get your passport stamped. But you can also write that code on the W7W shop, and that way you attended.
Right.
You visited the shop.
Right. So, yeah, that's how you can get your passport stamped, as you said. We feel like it's a safe and reasonable way for us to continue to participate, but at the same time make sure that, everybody can do so in a safe manner.
Yeah, and there will still be bags. So one of the fun things about Crawl is you get a canvas tote, and on the canvas tote is a map of the area, and then you put a button. We give you a button
Right.
to put. Each shop has a button that you put on your bag. So I'm sending some of those buttons out to the trunk show dyers. So when you place an order with them, they pop a button in. So there's your button too.
Right.
Very cool. And we'll also put buttons in all of our online orders too.
Right.
For that week.
Yeah, and then also the bags, you can get them from us. We will be accepting pre-orders.
It'll be a pre-order situation.
Yeah, so you'll have to pay for it in advance. But, that should be cool.
You can
as
do
well.
curbside pickup or make an appointment, or we can mail it to you.
That's right.
All of that. So a lot of yarn crawls across the U.S. are doing it this way. And I think just for this year, it's kind of a smart way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way everybody stays safe, you still get to see everything, and if you're in a different state, you can participate.
There you go. Yeah, we feel like it would be irresponsible for us to make it mandatory for people to have to come in person.
Yeah, you don't have to physically get a stamp.
Right.
You can write the code on. And why would you want to get a stamp?
Because you get prizes.
you are eligible for prizes.
Yep, there's a drawing
so,
at the end.
Yeah, the crawl in general, all the shops get together and we donate prizes for prize packages.
Right.
We'll also, West 7th Wool will have we usually have door prizes. So possibly for every trunk show there might be a door prize.
That's interesting.
Wouldn't that motivate you to come watch the trunk show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm digging the whole motivating to do things online.
This is not an original idea of mine. I've been watching other crawls and other shops do things like this. Yeah, it seems to be working for them.
Yeah, and it seems to have been received well as well.
As far as I know, nobody hates it.
Good.
I don't know.
Well, usually, there's like the comments below.
Oh,
People are happy to express their opinions in the comments section.
I stay out of the comment section. All right, so that is what's going on. So I guess all August we'll be getting ready.
Yep, so I guess that's our event for August, is Yarn Crawl Prep.
Yeah, so there'll be links. There is a Yarn Crawl website, but also we'll have our events posted on our W7W Podcast, or our W7W website. Yeah, with links to all the lives and the recordings. So do you want to know who's going to do trunk shows?
Yeah, and I already know most everybody, so let's see.
Okay, see if you know them all.
Okay, we've got Leanne Alexander.
Yes.
Chrysalis.
Yes.
Chicken Coop Dye Works.
Yes.
West 7th Wool.
Yes.
Oh, now I'm blanking.
Hidden Door.
Okay.
Forest Fiber Arts.
Okay, that makes sense.
And Wanderluck.
Interesting.
I know. We haven't had a trunk show with them before, and I've really wanted to because I bought some of their yarn at East Texas Fiber Fest, and it's really pretty.
Cool.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for all of our trunk shows. All right, great. You mentioned one in particular, West 7th Wool Trunk Show.
Yes.
We have yarn now.
There it is.
So this is kind of our debut before we launch the bigger collection. I won't say the whole collection because it's really like fluid. It's
right. It's going to be kind of ongoing in terms of development and in terms of what Kristen and Amy put together and what Sandra. I guess and Sandra, of course.
Yeah.
And whatever strikes their whims and fancy.
Right. So talk a little bit about our first base.
Okay, our first base is called Hunter's Sock. I did not name it. This name was presented to me, and I was like, okay. So basically,
and why is it called Hunter's Sock?
It's called Hunter's Sock because they basically came to me and asked me. Well, they came to me one day at the shop, and they dropped 3 skeins of yarn in front of me, and they're like, "Which one of these would you want for a base for sock yarn?" And one of them I immediately rejected because it was frankly too soft, and I was like, "This would not be durable enough." And then the other 2 were pretty
terrible
similar.
Or durable?
It would not be durable.
Okay, I thought you said terrible. This
No.
would not be terrible enough.
No, it would not be durable
Punish
enough.
yourself while
Yeah,
making socks.
I've knit socks before that when the yarn's like suspiciously soft, even if it does have nylon in it, it can still wear out quicker. So just through experience, I was like, I don't want the one that's super soft. Though they're all soft. And then the other remaining 2 were pretty interchangeable with each other. They came from the same place, I think. So basically I was like, I want whichever one has a higher nylon content, of which this is a 70-30 superwash merino
You got 5%
nylon.
more nylon than your normal.
I will take it.
Than your normal sock yarn. So that's why we thought about naming it maybe Hunter's Choice or something, but that sounded too like Sam's Clubsy.
Yeah, a little too snobby.
Hunter's Choice? No, a little too like bargain store.
Oh yeah, this is definitely not bargain store.
A little too Sam's Club, Sam's Choice, you know?
Yeah.
Kroger's Choice.
You think we'd be selling it in bulk?
I don't know.
So yeah.
So this is Hunter's Sock.
Hunter's Sock. So yeah, it's a 70-30 blend. and it's 437 yards. So those were basically the two magic numbers for me, was a high nylon content and also above like 425 yards.
Yeah, you can make, in my case, like some knee-high socks.
Mm-hmm.
In your case, some good size 11 socks.
Yeah.
And you would have enough.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like size 12s. But...
Yeah, the only time, I mean, I make size 11 and a half actually. And the only time I ever ran out of yarn going cuff down towards the toes, right at the toe. And it was...
What yarn was that?
It was... I probably shouldn't say. Well...
Tell me, whisper. They totally heard that.
Anyway. Maybe I'll like drop in and like, blah!
Maybe so.
Anyway.
I wonder how much yardage that has.
But
it's probably user error.
It was kind of user... I'm not going to say error, but the reason was twofold. One, it was like 400 yards exactly. But the bigger issue was, at the time, I was really kind of a tight knitter. It was one of the first pairs of socks I made. So I made it on using a size 2 needle, which, I mean, you can make socks with a size 2 needle, but basically it's going to make...
Especially if you're a tight knitter.
Yes, yeah, especially if you're a tight knitter. But basically, as a result, the stitches were larger than I think I would typically knit. And it just kind of ate up the yarn a little bit faster. Socks? They're the Doctor Strange socks. Remember, I had to get the... I do, but I don't know if they're out for some mild darning.
You used my Madeline Tosh
Yeah,
tart,
I had to negotiate the tart out of
which actually looked really good.
It did. It turned out really good. I was really happy with them. But yeah, that was done out of necessity.
All right, so as you can see, we have a range of colors for our debut, and we also do have DK yarn too. We just don't have as much of it as we have of this, so it's not quite ready yet, but
it's all getting worked up.
So this color, this blue and green, this is the very first color that Kristen dyed, because she knew that we both loved blues and greens. And then this is the color that very first color that we dyed together. So she did like a little test batch, just 3 little skeins, and we said, we love it. So she and I dyed a whole bunch of it, and we didn't have a name for like, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out what to call this.
And I'll tell you why they couldn't figure out what to call it, because basically Amy mandated that no names to do with like oceans or rivers or anything like that. So it was a blue, but you couldn't name it after anything. Because
it is close to another color that another dyer did for us.
Right. That
does have an ocean name.
Right.
So we wanted to stay away from ocean names. But we do love this color.
Which made it really hard to name.
It does look like water, doesn't it just? So, it was the first color, first yarn. So what did we name it?
Yarnimus Prime.
Yarnimus Prime. It took a long time to come up with that.
It took a minute.
So, even before we had... Okay, so also Kristen and I were like... Well, Kristen was like, what if we made this even, like, more saturated, darker, little more in-depth, just deeper?
Which is this.
So what do we call that one?
Emo Yarnimus Prime.
It's like its brother, but darker.
So dark.
So dark. Just a little deeper.
Yeah.
All right. We thought that was hilarious. Hopefully you do too. If you don't know what emo is, you can Google it.
Yeah, this was basically, I went over there to the dye studio after work one day to, I think, carry some yarn in or do something. They needed me for something. And that's when we were trying to figure out yarn names. And yeah, we finally figured some out.
Yes. It was good.
Yeah, we also decided that we probably should be drinking when we figure out yarn names in the future.
It really needs to have cocktails involved to come up with some good yarn names. But then you have to research them and make sure that you didn't make a mistake or that it's acceptable.
Research is for other people.
Public. That's why Kristen and I are there to make sure you don't mess up.
I'm taking point on everything over here. What am I going to mess up?
Make sure you don't offend people.
Oh, well, that's entirely possible.
There you go. All right, so that's what's new. That's our new stuff to the shop.
Mm-hmm.
We've done events. Now we do finished. You have any finished objects?
I have almost maxed out my mage in Warcraft.
I have a text message. I don't know who that is. Oh, it's representative. Delete. It's politicians. Do politicians text you unsolicited too?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, usually it's
How'd they get my
come vote
number?
for this guy. I don't know, but for a while they would text me, but they call me Amy.
I like that.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I had my phone first.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, so do you have any finished?
No.
Okay.
Besides the mage in Warcraft. No.
I have a couple. First, I'll start with the finished yarn that I spun for Tour de Fleece. Tour de Fleece is over. It's over.
Nothing is over.
Tour de Fleece is over. And I think I was able to show this one last time. It's the Frabjous. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Did that one last time. Frabjous Fibers hand-dyed opulence blend. It's got super fine merino, tussa silk, baby camel down, and alpaca. How soft is that? Super soft.
Super soft.
Super soft.
It's scrumptious.
No, And that's 332 yards. Yay! Alright, the next one I finished was some Leon Alexander that I also got from East Texas Fiber Fest. That's so much sparkle, so much color. It is 320 yards of Rambouillet, mohair, tussa silk, and Angelina is the sparkly stuff.
What's the difference between Angelina and Stellina?
You know, I don't know. They're both like the tinsely sparkle stuff. Maybe it's a brand name.
Huh.
I don't know. And then the last one is some Hidden Door, which is this one. And it doesn't say what's in there. Kristen would know, and I didn't even count the yards on there because I did it after Tour de Fleece ended. But it's just very bright and fun.
Do you have any plans on making anything with any of these?
I have ideas, but I don't have any specific plans for them yet. I mean, maybe there's the other finished object I have. I haven't done a wrap sprint to see what weight this is. I'm actually not experienced enough to make a consistent weight. I think it's still kind of all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be something that doesn't have to fit very snugly. But I was going to talk about the Lazy Kate that you ordered for me from Ashford.
Yep. I
applied this Hidden Door Fibers with my new Lazy Kate.
By the way, part of the reason this thing even exists or is here is because I was putting together an order for somebody else, and I needed to hit a certain dollar amount to get the shipping down. And then she's like, "Why don't you get me a Lazy Kate?" And I was like, "That just rocketed us so far past the reduced shipping." It wasn't
that expensive. I think it was under $100.
Was it?
I think so. I think it wasn't that crazy expensive. But the thing about this Lazy Kate, and I actually only used, it's a 2-ply, so I only used really 2 full bobbins, but I had the third one on there because this is a tensioned Lazy Kate. So you've got your tensioning wire, very similar to what's on your Irish tension wheel. I think it's Irish tension. I'm not making that up. It's not Scotch tension. It's Irish tension. But you put it around all 3 bobbins and you tighten it up.
That's not attached. Or, oh yeah, it is. Never mind.
It's attached.
Gotcha.
You tighten it up, and laptops. You take the yarn from your bobbins through this yarn guide, and then you don't get that spin back that you do with a regular Lazy Kate, or there are 2 spots on my Ashford Kiwi wheel where you would put these, and then you would ply from them. So it's got just stands, easy to put together. It comes flat, and then you screw in the tensioning device. But it was great. There was no spin back, and it was easier to control the ply for me.
Cool.
At least. So it sits either on a tabletop or on the floor. It's got little feet. So I really enjoyed it. Thank you for ordering that for me.
Yep.
All right. Do you have any works in progress?
Nothing that I brought. What do you got?
Oh, I forgot my other finished object. I made a tea cozy. It's a free pattern on Ravelry or on this person's website. Hunter will drop the name in.
Yep.
But will you hand me the tea cozy itself? Let's see if you can get it off. Now you make the tea cozy to fit your particular teapot. My teapot here is kind of short and squat. Oh, it's very warm. So it's about 5 inches, and then you do the decreases. So this looks crazy on the inside. It looks like colorwork floats, but it's what makes the pleats. So it's got this really squishy double layer that keeps your tea really warm. And I thought that for Yarn Crawl I could do a little free class. A free virtual class on knitting the tea cozy.
Cool.
And you could use handspun for this. So it might be something fun.
Cool.
Do you want to know how to make a tea cozy?
No.
All right, so that's it for finished objects.
Okay.
Will you pour me some more tea?
I'll try, but we might be just about out.
Did you already have a refill?
No, I didn't, but these cups are pretty big.
They are pretty big cups. Oh, we did drink all the tea. Okay. The other work in progress that I'm doing is called Garden Gate. It's a top-down colorwork yoke, fingering weight by Jen Steingass. I am doing it in some West 7th wool, 100% superwash Polworth yarn, because I want to see what that's like. So I have some Emo Yarnimus Prime and some natural.
Is that emo or regular?
I believe it's emo. It could be regular. That's going to be hard to it's going to be hard to figure out.
Yeah, it looks
but it's also
like the lighter one.
It's also a different yarn base.
Yeah.
So there's that to factor in. So I'm just starting the color work on this, and it's very loose. I'm a loose knitter. I've gone down a needle size. But I thought this one was going to be really loose and weird too. But after I blocked it, I love it.
Cool.
This is the Summer Sorrel by Dank Fiber Arts. And I love how it turned out. The really loose gauge makes it really light and airy. So hopefully that's what's going to happen with this one. The Garden Gate. We'll see how far I am next time.
Cool.
All right, so we're on to giveaways, right?
Yes, and so the giveaway for last time, we asked you guys what some of the bases that we mentioned that we were going to have available, what you guys might be excited to get, and there were lots of responses.
All right, do you want to do the number generator?
Yes.
We had 73 comments.
Wow.
No. 40? Okay. You know, I think these go in random order. So that's even more randomness. All right, it's going to take me a minute. Okay.
What you got?
I got Diane Clancher. Congratulations, you are our winner. And Diane said she is excited for us to expand to a dyeing facility.
Mm-hmm.
But she did not say which base she might be interested in. So I'll contact you, Diane, and ask you, give you some options, and let you choose.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. All right. What's our next? I've got a question for our next giveaway.
You got a question?
I've got the question. I just need to know what you want to give away. Will the question maybe influence you on?
Possibly. What's the question?
Maybe it might not.
Should I know?
So I'm going to do the online free class on the Tea Cozy. Is there another class that you would like to see?
That's a good question.
Class or technique that would be free during yarn crawl that you would want to. Oh, you've got a weird smile on your face. What?
Ask her for brioche.
No, don't. I'm not going to do brioche. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yep.
It's not going to happen. All right, so what do you want to give away?
Something good for brioche class.
Oh my god.
So probably color work, right?
How about a book?
I guess we could do a book, but the shipping of a book.
How about some of the MDK field guides?
We're pretty low on the field guides. Do you like which one? The newest one, the master class?
Yeah. Do we have a bunch of those?
We've got one for sure. Hold on.
All right. This podcast prize is a copy
For the next
podcast. Two Mason. Well, they're not called Mason-Dixon anymore.
2 field guides.
Do you know what they're called?
We talked about
Modern
it, I forgot.
Daily Knitting. They're called Modern Daily Knitting. It's still MDK. We can just say MDK field guides. 2 MDK field guides.
Very good.
Excellent. And they're nice little books of patterns. So, And the question is... What type of technique or class would you be interested in?
Brioche.
No, brioche is not going to happen. Or maybe it will. If enough people want it, I'll do a quick... This is how you mess up
I'm about to make so many accounts on YouTube.
It is really pretty. All right.
Cool.
All right. So that's it from us. Hope you're doing well.
Y'all take care.
Stay safe.